Hey everyone, this is Yoana Nin with the Prosperous Agency, serving the Greater Triangle area for 10 years now. I am here with you. I'm trying to give you some updates and numbers, which might be a little bit boring, but I'm trying my best to make it as exciting as possible for the geeks in you that really want to see numbers and really want to see some stats. So I would like to focus on people that are moving here today. Not that it's not important to update everyone that is already here that wants to buy or sell a house. However, I do see a lot of people that are relocating to the Greater Triangle area, especially that are relocating from LA or New York or Miami, or areas that are very, very expensive. Obviously, you can get so much more for your money, but the one thing that I see is happening is that people that are relocating are still not sure whether or not they should rent and buy. And with the stats and with the inventory that we are looking at, it is very, very confusing, because a lot of people, in the last 10 years since I've been in the business, people kept on hoping that the inventory is going to change. There's obviously more construction. We're joking in the industry saying that it's like Dr. Seuss's book, right? Where everything's being cut and there's almost no trees, which is not the actual fact, but it's somewhere close where there's a lot of new construction popping up left and right. However, the inventory is still very low. So if you are really considering relocating and you are debating on whether or not to rent versus buy, really need to look at the numbers and really need to look at the economic situation. Obviously, the interest rates have dropped, and obviously there's not enough homes for all of the people that are relocating. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of an information here because I feel that we are getting a lot of phone calls and people say, well, we might rent, there might be more homes coming on the market, which is not necessarily the case, and we haven't really seen that. So if you are debating, look at the numbers, look at the interest rate, look at how much money you will be spending for a year or 6 months or whatever your rent, the time frame of your rent will be, and be very, very informed before deciding on whether or not you're going to buy or rent. So just take a look at what the Greater Triangle area has been doing since April. So April and May 2020. We're looking at these 2 months for the whole Greater Triangle area. These are the stats that I've been pulling from the MLS, so Triangle MLS, and they're very dry, but if you're just listening, you'll understand what's going on with the market, okay? And you see, I do these videos very often, so just look on my YouTube page and subscribe, and you get a notification every time I come up with something else. It's either market related or just generally what's going on in the area. But I have almost 170 videos there, and they're very, very cool and informational for all of you, buyers, sellers, generally anyone that wants to know anything about the market here in North Carolina. So April, May 2020, median sales went up 2.2%. Days on the market went down 3.7% because the inventory went down 27.7%. So obviously, when there's absolutely no inventory, days are on the market are going to go down. They went down 3.7%. So what that means is that people are still fighting for a lot of properties. We still do see a lot of multiple offer situations, especially in certain price points and certain neighborhoods. So don't kid yourself. Don't say, things are not happening. They are happening. Price points are going up. Inventory is down. So days on the market dropped by 3.7% from April to May. Closed sales went down 2%. Under contract sales went up 15%. So under contract from April to May went up 15%. 15% more homes from April to May went under contract because obviously the interest rates dropped, and a lot of people said, I think it's really kind of smart to invest at this point. The new listings went down 19.2%. So that hopefully makes sense to you, it's all in the description. So if you really study the numbers carefully, you will understand what's going on. So there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of people losing jobs. We're definitely understanding that, but the numbers don't lie. So when I tell you what's going on, just, look at that, the stats. And so I'm going to be creating all these stats for you every month or every other month so you can understand. So again, just for the people that are joining me right now, since April to May 2020, for the Greater Triangle area, median sales went up 2.2%, days on the market went down 3.7%, inventory went down 27.7%. That's a huge number, so there's no inventory. Closed sales went down 2%. Under contract sales went up 15% from one month to another because of the interest rates that dropped. And new listings went down 19.2%. If you are comparing the month of May from 2019 to 2020, you're going to see that showings obviously went down 5%, and closed sales went down 20.6%, and pending sales went up 43%, right? So all these numbers are nothing that we weren't expecting. Obviously, again, for all of you, hey Steve, thank you, I miss you. So for all of you that are considering relocating, this is how I started, because we do get a lot of calls and a lot of people say, well, we might be renting. While we understand that you are renting and you're not familiar with the area, you really need to consider that nobody really knows what's going to happen with interest rates. Based on everything that I am hearing, they're not expecting the interest rates to actually go higher, but who knows, right? There's so much happening economically and we're not sure. So hopefully the interest rates are going to stay down for all of the first-time home buyers and for all of the buyers to actually still get great rates. I mean, we've had people, get under 3%, 2.75 or 2.99, which is amazing. So we're always collecting data to see what's going on. So if you do a simple math, and I will be having another live probably in July or so with Johan Alvarez at Guaranteed Rate, and he will be, what I want to do is calculate for you guys. So just a simple calculation on how much do you spend on rent, let's say for, somewhere 2,000 maybe per month or 1,800, and you know very well that when you are renting, they can up your rent anytime. So we will do a very quick calculation in July with Johan, just going through basic numbers, right? If you're purchasing a house at 250,000, or if you're purchasing a house at 300, at 350, 400, how much money will you be actually paying if you get an interest rate right now under 3%? So with the lack of inventory, you're still probably going to get in a multiple offer situation in those really, really hot price points. We see it all the time. We're also seeing new construction, in my opinion, based on what I see, but this might not be very, I have not prepared for what I'm gonna say right now. It's based on just what I'm seeing generally. New construction, to me, it seems to be slower. But again, that is very neighborhood related. So I can't say it's slower in everywhere, but some neighborhoods we do see more days on the market, and I do see that a lot of builders are giving incentives and are dropping some of their prices. So obviously COVID affected all of us, but people are buying, they're buying. Investors are investing, right? So I don't know if you remember when I was talking to Johan Alvarez last time in our previous video that you can also see on YouTube, he was talking about some of the qualifications that changed. So what does that mean for you as a buyer? That you might need to have, the 620 credit score. You will need to know exactly what you qualify for, and you might want to add your spouse, or you might want to go for a different loan in case you're considering buying something and catching these low interest rates. So I am I see a lot of people joining me again, and while you can see the numbers there, I'm going to repeat them just real quick because this is not going to be a very long video, but I want you guys to hear it live. So what we have done here is we have looked at the numbers from April to May 2020 for the Greater Triangle area, and the biggest takeout for me was the inventory was down 27.7%, and the new listings obviously down 19.2%, and closed sales down 2%. However, days on the market up, down 3.7%, right? So days on the market went down, interest rates went down, inventory went down. So there's a lot happening, right? There's no listings. So obviously when something comes on the market, and it's a great deal, everybody jumps on it. We've been through so many transactions on new construction and on resale in the last months when we were able to negotiate with some builders. With some builders, we weren't, because they were just selling because the price point is really good, location is really good. So people that are coming here, they're going, well, what do we do? Do we buy new construction that's a little bit more expensive, the interest rates are very low, or do we go for like a location that's really hot where the homes are older, but then there's really nothing popping up? So if you are a seller, you need to still list your house at a great price point, because that great price point, the great condition of the house, is an incentive for you to actually potentially get multiple offers. So instead of just pricing it high, praying for the house to appraise, I think you're in a better situation just really listening to a real estate broker, agent, and make sure you understand what the market is doing. And even for yourself, right? If you are considering buying, this is the moment to list your house and to purchase something if you qualify. We've gotten a lot of phone calls from people that were looking at refinancing still, right? So, or taking money out of the refi and investing in something else. Obviously, some people have a lot of equity in their homes, so it's a great idea if that's the route that you want to take, and maybe keep the house that you currently have for rent. I mean, there's so much that you can do. The main idea, and my biggest I think advice for all of you guys out there, is to really be informed. That's why I'm doing these videos. I feel there's a lot of people out there who are not properly informed, and all it takes from you guys is really just a phone call. Give me a call. I'll put you in contact with a lot of people that can help you with your loan, that can help you with the refi. So understanding the situation might really change your life. So you're a minute away from maybe making a very smart decision for your life, for your family, for your kids, for whatever you want, to make sure that, as badly as this might sound right now, you take advantage of these situations. So nobody wants to take advantage of anyone personally, right? It's about financially what's going on economically, globally. So if you understand and if you are educated, you can change your life. There's a lot of people who are investing, buying, and if your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, because watch it, that's another thing I can see a lot. A lot of people are not educated again, and so they're looking online and they're looking at how much their payment is going to be, but they're not taking in consideration HOA fees, taxes and insurance, and this. They just look and they say, oh, we're just going to pay this much, but the numbers are not quite how you want them to be if you're not educated. So just call me, call your agent, call your lender and say, hey, I'm thinking about investing, or how much do you think I qualify for this? Even if they don't pull your credit, if you know your credit score is good, just make an educated decision and don't wait. Don't wait. Did I just say don't wait? It's not going to change. The inventory is not going to change. There's just so many homes, people that are downsizing, for example, they're looking at buying something with a first floor master or with a ranch. It's not so much is available. So we're pulling numbers and we're pulling lists all the time. We're looking at for sale by owners. We're looking at what's going on in the MLS. We're looking at what's going on with new construction, just so we can give you a ready to use list of this is what's going on if you're downsizing. This is what's available on the market. Here it is. This is what's available if you want to, go on in a higher price point. These are the neighborhoods that are appreciating. Just call us and ask us and be informed. Just don't rent to rent, hoping that you are going to find more homes next year. Something's gonna change, because the only thing that might change is the interest rate, and that can either go up and down. Hopefully it's going to stay down, but if it goes up, it's not going to necessarily be in your advantage, because again, they might raise your rent on you, and you might end up with these interest rates. You might end up just paying less on a monthly basis that you are paying than what you're paying for your rent. So don't wait. And if you have to wait, then be informed. Always look at what the market is doing. And I would highly advise you do this. If you don't believe us, and if you say, well, all these realtors are pushing us to buy, fine, okay? But do this exercise for me. Look at the home that you like and study it. Look at what it was listed at. Look at whether or not it dropped the price. How many days has it been on the market? And look at what it actually sold for. So I do this with a lot of my buyers that have contacted me 3 or 4 years ago and said, yeah, we're gonna wait. Now they are getting definitely a better interest rate than 3 or 4 years ago because of the pandemic, but who would have known? However, they are noticing that a lot of the homes that they wanted to put an offer on and they thought they're gonna get a great deal just by offering lower, actually sold for 10, 15, 20 sometimes, 20K more than what they were listed at. So again, real estate is very much based on timing, right? English again. But yes, timing is important. So you want to know that you look at it, you study it, you call a real estate professional. If you are relocating from wherever you are to the Raleigh area, to the Greater Triangle area, I've been doing this for 10 years and I study the market. And I study it and then I give it to you so you can study it and understand it. Again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Look up, or you don't even have to, because you're just going to be notified when I'm going to upload this video and every new video, so you can stay on top of your game, be a smart seller, be a smart buyer, and just be happy. Take care. Have a beautiful rest of the day, and happy Father's Day to all of the hardworking, amazing, caring fathers out there. We love you. We appreciate you. And this goes out to all of our past clients, all of our future clients, all of our friends out there. Enjoy it, and bye-bye. Take care. Have a beautiful day.